Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We are the youths and young adults of Grace Assembly Yayam, and we are here to talk about a matter that I just saw recently over a fake Christian family on YouTube. To my right here, I have Mary, Peace, and Jeremy, and to my left, I have Anastasia, Marvelous, and Chichi, and I myself am Tisha. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video.
Sam and Nia were YouTube's perfect Christian vlog family.
Hey there guys, it's Sunday morning and we are off to church.
Their two kids' happy marriage and impeccable family home was put on full display each and every week for their audience of over 2 million subscribers.
For Sam and Nia, what are the top 3 things that you love about each other?
So when they'd find themselves embroiled in one of YouTube's strangest controversies, it's safe to say that their fan base was completely and utterly baffled. They'd announced that they were having a baby, received millions of views in return, then announced 2 days later that the baby had died. The impeccable timing of the event in combination with other pieces of evidence led to backlash and accusations about them having faked the pregnancy for exposure and views, which Sam and Nia didn't take lightly. They'd find themselves getting kicked out of events for fighting other YouTubers who would accuse them of faking it.
Well, we just got kicked out of Vlogger Fair, guys. Nia's really upset with me.
Before Sam, the male in their happy Christian relationship, was exposed publicly for cheating on his wife in the process.
As you may have seen, my name has been associated with an Ashley Madison account, a website made for spouses who want to have an affair.
Sam and Nia became proof that these flawless family YouTube channels are never as squeaky clean as they present themselves to be, which is especially hilarious as in the beginning of Sam and Nia's channel, they actually blew up by marketing themselves as the good-looking parents. They weren't good-looking to the extent that they were unrelatable, but rather right in that sweet spot where their perfect family seemed realistic. They were believable and almost enviable, the perfect combination to get the audience invested in the family's life, as stated by Penguin Zero.
The audience is two groups. It's little kids and old parents that their kids have already grown up and moved out of the house, so now they live vicariously through these YouTube families.
Sam and Nia's first 2 viral good-looking parents sing Frozen led to the introduction of their 2 kids, where vlogs and fun challenges added further credibility to the idea that they were a happy, relatable household. Within 6 months, Sam and Nia had racked up over 150,000 subscribers without so much as a hiccup. There was no drama, no accusations, and certainly no suspicion that the family was capable of doing anything shady. However, it would be in August of 2015 when Sam and Nia announced that they were expecting a 3rd child that their seemingly perfect life began to crumble rapidly. The drama began with this video right here titled "Husband Shocks Wife with Pregnancy Announcement." Now you don't even have to look much further than the title before you begin to ask questions. The husband shocked his wife by telling her that she's pregnant. How is this even possible? Well, in the video, Sam, the husband, takes the pregnancy test into the toilet and uses his wife's pee from the toilet bowl to get a positive or negative reading.
All night long, usually Nia goes pee throughout the night. She has a bladder the size of a golf ball, and she doesn't flush the toilet at night because she's afraid she'll wake up the baby. So here I am, and I'm so excited. I have a specimen.
Upon adding the sample to the test, it indicates that she is in fact pregnant.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
At which point Sam begins to film his wife in the dining room, where Nia seems genuinely surprised that her husband is randomly filming. It doesn't feel like it's been set up.
What are you doing?
Just filming your cute face.
What in the world?
What? Why can't I film you?
You do. You're just like randomly like flashing it in my face and stuff.
Sam then presents the pregnancy test to his wife Nia, who maintains the seemingly genuine belief that they can't possibly know if she's pregnant.
Pull it out.
Gosh, you are so funny. Oh, you brought a positive one home. You're such a dork.
What?
You're hilarious.
No, it's true.
You're pregnant?
Yeah.
Guys, this is a joke. Those of you out there who are like, ah, we're pregnant. This is a joke.
After a little bit more pushing, Nia somewhat suspiciously guesses that Sam had gotten a sample from the toilet.
What did you do? Did you get a dropper out of the toilet? No, you didn't.
I did.
No way. Are you serious right now?
However, overall, the video does feel fairly authentic, so it's hardly surprising that it would end up going incredibly viral.
Took some pregnancy tests home that morning, came home and, you know, the rest is in the video.
As seen in this screenshot, after only 5 days, the video had gained 11.5 million views, which when applying an estimated ad rate of maybe $3 or $4 per 1,000 views, equates to somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000 just for this one video. While they certainly couldn't have predicted that the video would go as viral as it did, the amount of money earned does kind of establish somewhat of a motive for them to fake it. There was financial gain to be had. Adding credibility to how profitable this video had been was the announcement that Sam was quitting his full-time job as an ER nurse in the days that followed their pregnancy announcement video.
Honey, you are no longer looking at an ER nurse.
Oh, really? You really did it?
So yeah, no more nursing for me.
The whole time, the family maintained that Nia was definitely pregnant.
Welcome to our new big family of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Going so far as to record their family's reaction to the news.
Also, before we go, guys, I thought I would share some of the reactions we got from our texts that we've sent out and different messages that I've got today, just to include some of our family in this reactions video, because in person we only got to tell my friends and family. So we sent a group text to Sam's family, his mom, his dad, and all of his siblings, and all of the wives to his siblings.
However, shortly thereafter, tragedy would strike. 3 days after the original pregnancy announcement, and 2 days after the news was shared with their families, Sam and Nia would upload a video titled "Our Baby Had a Heartbeat," announcing that unfortunately Nia had already had a miscarriage.
It just hit us like a bomb. And those of you who have experienced miscarriage before, you know, I can relate now.
Within 2 days, the video had racked up 1.5 million views, and with a ratio of 14,500 likes to less than 1,000 dislikes, it's safe to say that everyone believed Sam and Nia's story. Adding further credibility to this was a vlog posted the following day in which they'd state that they had family over to support them emotionally.
Thank you so much for all your support in the video we posted yesterday. It's been really tough for us. The past couple days has been a total emotional roller coaster, something that we never expected to have to go through. Today we're just kind of leveling off the emotions. Me and I are doing a lot better. We have a lot of family over supporting us.
Each of these elements frame the entire situation to be legitimate. However, the timing felt almost too perfect. They announced their pregnancy, get a mega viral video, have a conveniently fast miscarriage, then 2 days after that they're back to their normal self. With this in mind, you can understand why skepticism began to develop. It's odd how distraught they appear in this video, but in the video they filmed the very next day, they're extremely happy and full of life with not an ounce of sadness visible. I doubt anyone who goes through such emotional trauma is able to just cover it up 24 hours later so well, yet there they are with the camera out smiling away and going out to have fun activities with friends and family. This is so fake. People want to show empathy and believe this is real, but let's not forget how far people will truly go for attention, good or bad. Everyone has their own opinion on this ridiculous video, but these people have to live with the fact that this video is bogus. We can all agree to disagree. Comments such as these, in combination with full-blown forum threads attempting to figure out whether or not the pregnancy had been faked, led to a BuzzFeed News article by Stephanie McNeil and Rachel Zarrell, who had done their own in-depth investigation. Remember how Sam said in a vlog that he had quit his job as an ER nurse? Well, BuzzFeed News would go ahead and contact Sam's employer before receiving the following information. When BuzzFeed News contacted the hospital, a human resources spokesperson confirmed that Rader has been employed at the hospital since February. However, she said there was no record of him quitting, and as far as the hospital knows, he still works there. When asked how long it would take for HR to receive an employee's 2 weeks notice, the spokesperson said it varies but usually doesn't take more than 48 hours. Rader told BuzzFeed News that this discrepancy probably means the hospital must not have processed his paperwork yet. He added that he is technically still on the schedule for this week as part of his last 2 weeks of work, but that he called out because of his wife's miscarriage. Well, as mentioned, the hospital might have simply been yet to process the paperwork. This wasn't exactly a good look for Sam, as if he hadn't actually quit, it was a smoking gun showing that in the same week as the miscarriage announcement, he'd been exposed for lying about life events in order to generate content. And if he was willing to lie about quitting his job, what else had he put forward that was also untruthful? What about the pregnancy test itself? BuzzFeed would also get in contact with a medical doctor who stated, the method Sam used to administer the pregnancy test with pee diluted in a toilet bowl is not advisable. It would lead to false negatives and theoretically could lead to false positives as well. Dr. Fiona Clancy, the scientific and medical affairs director for Shoreview, the pregnancy test brand the couple used, echoed Dr. White's sentiment. This is definitely not a method method we would recommend, she said. Firstly, the urine will be diluted in the toilet water, and in very early pregnancy, this means the pregnancy hormone HCG may no longer be detectable by a home pregnancy test. In what could be best described as an act of lunacy, pregnant viewers of the Sam and Nia channel then began to test out the toilet bowl method for themselves. One stay-at-home mum, Lindsay Dove, told BuzzFeed News she's 33 weeks along and got a faint positive from the method. A commenter on YouTube, Lisi1987, also wrote that she took a test and got a negative. So I'm 11 weeks pregnant and had my first positive pregnancy test at 4 weeks. Anyway, I just took another test the way Sam did, using pee in toilet water just for my own personal interest to see if it would work. Test came back negative. I really don't know what to think of this couple. As a response to the BuzzFeed article, Sam and Nia would upload a video titled "Oh No You Didn't," in which the following was stated by Sam.
Last night, guys, I read a horrible article on us. It was a big joke, man. They were just trying to disprove everything, and it was just so ridiculous. They called my work. My work said I was still on that I hadn't quit my job. I guess they talked to the wrong person. They talked to doctors about dipping pregnancy tests in the toilet and how accurate that is. They're like, we definitely don't suggest you use toilet bowl water for a pregnancy test. It was a ridiculous article. Anybody who asked me, was it fake? I'm just like, I don't even feel like responding to it, but no, it wasn't fake. That's pretty much all I say. Or like one interviewer asked me, was it all staged? A lot of people think it was staged. I was like, you know what? It was staged. It was all orchestrated by God above.
Yet Sam stating that it was staged by God above only added extra fuel to the fire, prompting articles such as this one titled, "Did Sam and Nia just admit to their pregnancy and miscarriage being staged?" which read, "Sam seems to admit that their entire ordeal was staged, but he doesn't say that the events were fake, which is what some of their haters believe." The event's widespread discussion dropped the like ratio on their original miscarriage announcement from over 93% in the beginning to less than 56% after these articles had been posted. However, things were about to get way worse. In the days that followed the scandal, Sam and Nia attended an event called Vlog Affair in Seattle, where they would bump into another vlogging family who had liked a tweet which supported the idea that Sam and Nia had in fact faked their miscarriage. Sam would get into an argument with this other vlogging family, which ultimately led to Sam and Nia being kicked out of the event.
There was a couple of vloggers, family vloggers at that, when we had our miscarriage, and we posted a comment on Twitter about being proud of our unborn baby, changing our lives and making a huge difference in our lives. Retweeted it and said it was jacked up that I had said that. Another one liked it. So they pretty much teamed up and were bullying us is what it was. That's all that it was. They were bullying our family.
The other vlogging family would upload their side of the story.
And at that point I said, why do you want to start? Do you want to start? And he replied, yeah, I want to start.
Which was followed by Sam announcing that they plan on taking a break from vlogging.
Hey guys, today has been one of the hardest days of mine and Nia's life, by far, especially for Nia. And the vlog right now is just not feasible for our life right now. We're going to take a break for about a week.
However, being kicked out of Vlog Affair wasn't the only thing that was taking an emotional toll on Sam. Remember that huge AshleyMadison.com scandal from a couple of years ago? It was basically a website where married people could meet other married people in order to have an affair. In July 2015, the website was hacked, with the hackers stating that unless the site was shut down internally, they'd publicly release the information of every single person who had signed up to the website. Vince Vantage has an excellent video on the whole thing, where he explains that in the end, the site wasn't shut down, and therefore the information of every user was leaked to the public. Well, the leak happened on the 22nd of August 2015, the very same day as Vlog Affair, and you'll never guess whose name happened to be on that list. Dirty Little Secret Man 28, also known as Sam from Sam and Nia. As a response to the leak, the couple would upload a video simply titled Forgiven, in which Sam would claim that his usage of the site happened before YouTube began.
I did make the account. I made the account 2 years ago. This was before I got onto YouTube.
He never actually had an affair through the site.
I've never met with a single person face to face through that website, and that I never had an affair with anybody ever while I've been married with Nia.
And that he and Nia had already worked through this problem in their marriage 2 years prior.
This was brought to my wife's attention. She has forgiven me for this mistake that I made in opening the account. I've sought forgiveness to God and He's forgiven me. So I've been completely cleansed of this sin.
The video would receive an understandably brutal dislike ratio. However, surprisingly, none of this seemed to have any effect on the growth of their channel. They'd take 30 days off to wind down from everything that had happened. However, over the following 3 years, they'd go from 360,000 to 2.5 million subscribers, at which point they'd upload an update video which gave an answer to the question of this video. Did Sam and Nia fake their baby for views?
We're still getting comments, not just comments, but emails of people questioning us if we had faked our miscarriage and if the whole thing was real or if it was all staged.
Over 4 years had passed since the drama went down, yet Sam and Nair continued to maintain the idea that it hadn't been faked.
So the real story is, we did not fake our miscarriage. I really and truly found out I was pregnant, and then 2 days later, I had a miscarriage. I can see how people came to the conclusion, you know, we had just had this viral video. It was followed up by some drama from Sam's past.
Yeah, there was a few controversial things that came up, as well as we were going viral at the time.
What they're saying sounds like it's coming from a point of truth. They probably didn't fake their miscarriage. They had no idea that the video would go viral in the first place. They told family and friends about the baby, and while Sam certainly has a bit of a shady past, they don't seem ethically bankrupt to the point where they would fake a baby's death for financial gain.
But that's the most hurtful one, that people would think we would actually fake a miscarriage. Just like, golly, we're people who would never fake the death of a baby. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
You get to draw your own conclusion about whether or not the pregnancy was fake. However, either way, this short chapter in Sam and Nia's life was conclusive evidence that these perfect family channels aren't always as perfect as they seem.
Okay, so basically, if you still don't understand, this video is basically about a Christian family who faked a baby and them having a miscarriage with the baby. So they first came onto YouTube as just a normal Christian family and that, and then the husband one day wanted to see if his wife was pregnant. So he took a pregnancy test, put it in her pee that was in the toilet to see if it would work, and it did. It worked, and it said that it was positive. And a few days later, I think three days later, the baby had already had a miscarriage. So a lot of people after this, they started to realize that this wasn't actually possible, because you can't take a pregnancy test and put in pee water and all that. It was proven. And so these people, especially the husband, has a lot of things. He has a lot of past on him. Like, one, he was found in a website that people could have an affair with other people while they're in marriage, a website that allowed that. And while he said that he hadn't had any affair while he was in his marriage, he claimed that, but we don't know how far that truth is, or that lie is. So I'm just going to ask everyone here what they think about these people, who, whether you're on the side that it's possible that they faked this, or it's not possible that they faked this. As the evidence shown in the last video, there's evidence to prove that they did, and there's evidence to prove that they didn't. But the evidence to prove that they did outweighs the ones that they didn't. So I'm going to start here. Anyone here, what do you think about these people and the fact that they are Christian as well, and that Christian family would be put in this sort of controversy? You don't know. Okay.
Hi, my name is Peace. So I think that not every Christian family that's so-called Christian should we believe that they are Christian just because they put that out. So whether they faked it or not, the fact that he was in that app whereby people can commit adultery as a Christian, I think that kind of proves what he really is. Even though he says it's 2 years ago and God forgive him and all that, but what was he doing there in the first place? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's very true. It's the fact that he was even put in this sort of controversy that that makes us question the fact that, is this whole thing really true? Like, what else could he have been lying about as a Christian? Does anyone else have anything to think about this? Okay.
I'm Mary. I would like to comment on the forgiveness part. I would like to say that as a Christian, I would say it's not always good to use God's forgiveness to justify something, because you as an individual chose to do it. It's not God that said you should do it, and then you ask for forgiveness, and then you just think you can just say, because God has forgiven me. God's forgiveness is not to justify. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, thank you. It's just like you said, God's forgiveness is not to justify the things that we have done wrong. And not only did this guy have, or not only did this guy have an affair with someone. Okay, well, let me say that we don't know yet, but the fact that he was on that site at least proves something, that he wanted, he went there with the intention of having an affair with someone while he was still in his marriage, which is not good. And it's not the only thing. We still have to talk about the main plot of the video. The fact that they faked a whole baby. Anyone in their right senses would not do that. And of course they knew that they couldn't fake the baby. It had to have been planned out. First of all, if they went with the idea that they had a baby, people would be expecting a baby in 9 months, and they'd be expecting to see, a baby bump on the woman, which they knew they couldn't make possible. So after 2 days of announcing that they're having a baby, they had a miscarriage. And that's just, the timing is too perfect for people. So I'm going to ask again, does anyone, what do you think about this family, and how do you think a Christian family should be? Even if it's not put on full display for the whole world, because everyone, when they're given the chance to do something, they want to make it very presentable, and these people found a way to get more views and to earn more money. Like we saw, they gained $2 to $4 for every 1,000 viewers, and they got, in that video where they announced their pregnancy, they got over 11 million views, and that held them up to $20,000-$30,000, and that is a lot of money for such a small family, and that shows the extent that people would want to go to just for the fact of making money. So how do you think a Christian family should be? How do you think they should act, even especially when there's not a camera on them? We're all from a Christian family. How do you act in your homes? How do your parents teach you, and how are you supposed to act as a family? And so we have to be the same people every day, whether we are on camera and whether we are not on camera. We have to be the same people at all times. This family, like as stated before, even if they're a Christian family, you shouldn't be found in this type of position, in this scenario as a Christian. And this is one of the main reasons why a lot of people nowadays are doubting and questioning Christianity. If they see this video, they would say, if a Christian family can do this, can fake this thing, can lie about this, what more of other Christians who are not even on YouTube, who are not on the screen for people to see? So we have to represent Christianity everywhere we go, whether it is online, whether it's in person. We have to represent our religion everywhere we go. Does anyone have anything else to add?
Yes, I have something to say. First of all, like I said, just them saying that they're Christians doesn't mean they're Christian. And viewers shouldn't summarize that all Christians are like this. Some Christians are raised differently, and we are raised to like speak out, be respectful, be honest. And they are clearly not honest. So like viewers shouldn't conclude that all Christians are like this. That's just what I'm trying to say. Because they are good Christians and they are bad Christians. And we can't just summarize everyone using just this video. Thank you.
Yes, that's all. That is very true. Whether we have to, represent Christianity, and we can't just summarize everything.
I also wanted to say that just like what's it, Pen G0 or something like that, just like what he said about the viewers, there are two types of viewers, the very young ones and the old couples who their children have already graduated and they don't live with children anymore. Things like this are the type of things that deceive them, that draw them more far away from Christianity, because now that they believe, oh, they've lied, their Christian family, the husband's terrible past has been revealed and he's known that he has been lying. So then now people will now get like people would think, just like what P said, people would think that this is how all Christians are, and I don't think that's right. Yeah, people should understand that there are good Christians and bad Christians, and not all of them are the same.
Yeah, thank you. Not all Christians are the same, like he said. There are the Christians who are good. There are the Christians who are just faking it for the viewers. And everything that we've all said here draws back to the fact that Christians should represent their religion. Not all Christians are the same. There are Christians who are good, who do what they're supposed to do as a Christian, and they're Christians like these that just want recognition. They just want people to be like, oh, he's a Christian, this person would never do anything this bad. But once they've been found out that they did something bad, it ruins the whole reputation of Christianity. And it's just like saying, when we see someone wearing, let's say, jeans that are torn all around, not just in one place, torn all around, or sagging, we think of that person as, what is that person doing? Or this person is a crazy person, and things like that. But they could be one specific person out of all those people who just wore that for the first time to see how it is, or they wore it as just a reason that is not even that, oh, this and that and this and that, or like, I want to look like those people, I just want to try it. But once we lay our eyes on those people, on someone sagging, we'd be like, this person is a person that's like, this person is not a good person. They don't do the things, they don't act like normal people just because of the fact that they're sagging and or they're wearing torn jeans all around.
And to say, this doesn't mean that Christians are perfect, because we're not trying to say like we don't sin as Christians. It's just that those things that we're taught not to do and wouldn't continue to do it, because like they lied. They could have said, we made a mistake, we're sorry, please understand. But then they continue to lie about the miscarriage and stuff. We're not trying to say like all Christians are perfect and whatnot. We're just trying to say like there are those things that you don't take too far. You don't, and when you find out that this is going too far, or you see that you're lying, you quickly come out so you can ask for forgiveness. Yeah, that's something. Thank you.
Yeah, so she has said that very perfectly. Not everyone is perfect. We all know that we cannot all be God or be Jesus Christ. We just have to do the best that we can in the best way possible. So we have come to the end of today's video. We are the youth and young adults of Grace Assembly, RCCG, and I am your host, Tisha, and to my left again, I have Anastasia, I have Marvelous, I have Chichi, I have Mary, I have Peace, and I have Jeremy. Thank you for watching and enjoy your day. Let's quickly say a short prayer. Can we all bow our heads as we pray? Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you for everything that you've done in our lives. Father, Lord, as we are going to depart our own ways, Father, we pray that you take us where we're going safely, soundly, and healthy. In Jesus' name, amen.